Hi, it's Teresa. Well, I said I wasn't going to do this, just talk randomly about stuff that I'm thinking about, and rather stick to the topic of what this channel is supposed to be about, which is trauma recovery and chronic symptom healing biblically. But I am going to talk about this anyway. So, first of all, I just got to say, it's so beautiful out here. It's about 6 p.m. on a Saturday night in August, late August. Yeah, so anyway, just like the inevitable season change is upon us, I want to talk about something relatively superficial. About a year and a half ago, I stopped coloring my hair. I decided to stop covering up the gray or silver, as the case may be. So this is all my natural color. That's why it's shorter, is I want to get all the color off sooner than later. And I love it. I love it. It's so great after 20 years of coloring my hair to not have to worry about that anymore, and the expense and the time, and just getting to have that sense of freedom, really. But it was really interesting to me to see what would be the social fallout for letting myself essentially look my age, which is 61. And after, this may not be interesting to anyone but middle-aged women, but after COVID, I noticed a lot of people weren't able to go to their salons, so a lot of women stopped coloring their hair, and then it became a thing where people were more okay with being their natural color. And so me too, I got really tired of it, and I wondered what my hair really looks like, and it's pretty cool. It's like super silvery, whatever. But what I want to talk about specifically, though, is the interesting way how much has changed in the world since I let my hair go natural, especially with younger people. What I've noticed is, I know a lot of women talk about feeling invisible at a certain age, and being overlooked, maybe being discriminated against. That's all really true. I don't mind the invisibility thing. In fact, it's kind of a relief. Nobody, it's kind of like I'm learning invisibility is sort of a superpower. Nobody expects much from you. I would say the thing, though, that's kind of troublesome to me is feeling disparaged, especially with younger people. Some people in their 40s and younger, it's kind of like being looked at as irrelevant at best and annoying at worst. That's super irritating, especially when I'm trying to get things done and being treated like an annoyance. Whether, in the store, driving on the road, I notice I get tailgated a lot more than I used to, which is crazy because I'm like a freaking speed demon. Well, I used to be, but I'm not really slow, and I'm a really good driver. But yet there's these assumptions, right? It doesn't hurt, or it doesn't help that I wear glasses and I have a few extra pounds on me, I'm sure. But it's super strange. It's like, it's a kind like ageism. It's kind of like racism. But it's like being judged, or having biases, being seen as something you're not, based on some outer visual appearance thing, like your skin color. In this case, it's your hair color or your age. It's a real thing. Yeah, it's quite something. And I've also noticed this feeling. It's kind of funny that having silver hair, when I'm around other people, men and women, and we all have silver hair, it's like, oh, we all have the same hair now. Whereas before, everybody had a distinct color, pretty much. But when you get to be this age, there may be shades of gray, but mostly it's silver, and we all have the same. So that's kind of interesting. I guess I would say the trick is, I know this is probably so torturous for some women. I mean, let me change that. Some women flip out. It's like, gotta color my hair, gotta get plastic surgery, have to stay obsessively thin, gotta do the GLP-1 agonist to keep that weight off, different things like that, Botox, fillers, the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie, okay, I would love to see a younger looking face when I'm on like Zoom calls with people in my business and stuff like that. But I don't have like a big sense of, it doesn't affect my value, how I feel about myself, my value as a person. In fact, it's kind of baffling to me even still, when I encounter people who are judgmental of me, and I know they are, I can feel it, their behavior. I'm like, why are you talking to me that way? But it's a thing. And don't even talk about dating. I'm not even gonna go there. That subject is so loaded. But anyway, it's a thing. So I guess at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is identity. Do we have a strong enough sense of self and belief in ourselves and awareness of our identity and our authentic self-expression that it just doesn't matter what anyone thinks of us? I mean, the amount of projection that I get now that I let my hair go silver is, it's kind of shocking, especially from men and especially from younger people in general. So what does that say? Our culture is incredibly ageist. Yeah. And that's just how it is in our fallen world. You just can't let it get you down. You know what I mean? Especially since not all older people are, sources of, wisdom and teaching for younger generations. Some of them are pretty messed up emotionally and haven't done their trauma work. But for those of us who have and really have something to offer, it's really a shame. It's kind of like the younger generations are like wasting the opportunity they have to avail themselves of the wisdom, patience, maturity of older people, whether it's in the workplace or in society. Yeah, anyway, it's just my thoughts today. If you're of a certain age, have you encountered ageism yourself? I'd love to hear about that. How do you cope with it? Or is it like, who cares? Kind of for me, who cares? And fortunately, I've been able to create a career so that my livelihood doesn't depend on it. But I know a lot of people's does, especially for women. Well, men and women, really, especially in the corporate world. After age 65, it's super hard to keep a job or get one. And I know a lot of women get plastic surgery because of that, because of the marketplace. But you know what? I can't blame them for that, man. When it comes down to your bottom line, what are you going to do? I'm just fortunate being self-employed that I get to look however I want. People value me based on how I help them. So, yeah. Crazy world. Anyway, hope you're doing well. And God bless.